Hey everybody, Bourbon Country Mom. Today's adventure is going to take us to a new restaurant at Universal Orlando Resort CityWalk. It is called Big Fire Grill. Now, this restaurant is known for their open fire kitchen style where they cook the steaks, chicken, some of the chicken, and seafood over top of an open fire grill that has 3 different types of wood within it. So let's go ahead. I've got some footage for you of all the great eats that we had while we were there, as well as a look at the kitchen and the restaurant. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so we started out our meal with the trout dip appetizer. It is served cold in like a mini cast iron skillet with house-made crackers. The crackers were phenomenal. They had great flavor. They were very crisp. The trout dip kind of reminds me of the way you would make like a tuna salad because it was cold. So it was the trout, the mayonnaise, the seasoning. Again, it also had great flavor, just like the chips or the crackers. The couple that we were with ordered the bread. The bread came with 2 different types of butter as well as a peach preserve. The bread itself was good. To me personally, the crust part of it was a little overdone and tasted burnt. And for me, my tongue is very sensitive to that burnt flavor. So I just peeled out the middle of the bread, and the butter was butter. It was good. The peach preserves were sweet. It had large pieces of peach as well as small pieces of peach. That was also extremely good. So I would highly suggest both of those appetizer options that are available. And I will go ahead and actually drop some clips in of both of those dishes now. All right, so let's talk entrees. The group that we were with, we ended up each getting a different item off of the menu so that we could try different things that were cooked on the open fire grill. We'll start with what I ordered, which was the 6-ounce top sirloin meal. Mine was served with potatoes au gratin, and it came with the vegetables. However, I didn't really care for the mix, so I swapped it out for the pork belly mac and cheese. Now, I personally order my steaks medium. So the only real issue that I had with my meal was the fact that my steak was cooked more as a medium well rather than a medium. It still had really great flavor. You could taste that it was cooked on that open flame in the kitchen. The potatoes au gratin were quite cheesy. They were cooked to perfection, not too hard, not too soft. The pork belly mac and cheese also was extremely creamy with great flavor. The pork belly was just right, because a lot of times I know with pork belly it's kind of hit or miss where it could be sort of rubbery, but it was cooked to perfection. So I really enjoyed my meal. My husband ordered the wild salmon, which came with the crispy smashed potatoes and the vegetables. The salmon was flaky. Again, you could get those hints from the fire that it was cooked on. The crispy smashed potatoes I have never had before, and they were actually really good. They had great flavor as well. And then I didn't really try the veggies because I don't like veggies. The couple that we were with, the one of them ordered the half rotisserie chicken. and excuse me, because I made notes so I didn't tell you wrong. It's actually called the Skillet Roasted Half Chicken. And it came with also the crispy smashed potatoes and the veggies. And then our other friend ordered the New York Strip 10 ounce. Now, I think our waiter might have got it swapped because he actually ordered his as medium well, but his came out more of a medium, which is what I was looking for. He also had the potatoes au gratin and the veggies. They both, and as well as my husband, said that the food was phenomenal. We literally were raving about it the entire night while we were there and after. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, I'm going to drop in some clips so that you can see how delicious the food looked. So as you can see from the dessert menu, you can't really go wrong with the options they have available to you. So our group decided to try out 3 different desserts from the menu. One of our friends ordered the Dutch apple pie, which I personally did not try, but him and my husband both said that it was really good. My whole thing is, when it comes to apple pies, I'm kind of picky. The apples within the Dutch apple pie are full slices of apples. I don't really like cooked apples that way. I prefer them to be cut up, but they did say that overall it was a really good flavor. The crust, though, on the outside in some places was a little overcooked, but other than that, they said it came out really well. Our other friend, she actually ordered the skillet baked chocolate cake, which is served with bourbon ice cream. And as you all can tell, my channel name is BourbonCountryMom. Now let me tell you, when they say bourbon ice cream, they are not joking. You put that in your mouth and the first thing that hits your palate is the bourbon. It was such a good added ingredient or like additive to the chocolate cake. The chocolate cake was served in a skillet, hot, so I mean it was fresh, melt in your mouth, moist. It was just so many words. It was amazing. Now, my husband and I decided to go ahead and try the s'mores. My husband is not a huge s'mores fan, so he was kind of disappointed at first when we decided to order it. So when it comes out, your waiter actually brings out a little like cooking thing that they can do the fire in. I'm not really sure what it's called. And they light it and they let it warm up because they told us it took about 5 minutes or so for it to actually heat up to be able to cook your marshmallows. So while they were doing that, they get basically like a Lazy Susan that they put on your table. It has graham crackers, regular style marshmallows, Reese cups, Hershey bar pieces, as well as what I call the fancy marshmallows, the really nice like squared ones. They were vanilla and chocolate. So you got 2 vanilla, 2 chocolate. I think you get 4 or 5 regular marshmallows, and you get a handful of graham crackers. I believe it was 4 Reese cups and a few slices of the Hershey chocolate bar, which I didn't eat. I let my husband have that since he's not a huge Reese cup fan. Let me tell you, I was blown away by making s'mores at the table. It was delicious. It was fun. It was something that I know that I can take my kids back and they're going to think it's the coolest thing ever. The one thing to remember, what we noticed is the fire actually, it didn't last the entire time. So it went out and we still had, I want to say 2 or 3 regular marshmallows left to toast. You can ask your waiter to bring you another one out. Our waiter told us that it kind of all depends on who makes the little fire things, how much they actually put inside, depends on how long it lasts. And since ours went out before we were done, he was gracious enough to bring us out another one so that we could finish cooking. The only downside to the s'mores is that they don't give you enough graham crackers for the amount of marshmallows you have. So the last 2 marshmallows that I ate, I actually just like put them on my fork with half of a Reese cup because there weren't enough graham crackers. And I'm gonna be honest, we did not ask for more, so you may be able to get a few more at no extra charge, but I don't know that for sure. But overall, I was not disappointed by the desserts. They were amazing. I would give a thumbs up for the two that I definitely tried. And then, like I said, our friend and my husband tried the Dutch apple pie, and I believe that they would give that a massive thumbs up as well. So you cannot go wrong with either three of those desserts at the restaurant. Okay, so overall, top 3 takeaways from Big Fire. Really, really cool atmosphere, really cool setup. The kitchen is really cool because you can see into it and see the open fire where they cook. The food, phenomenal. And then they also have a great playlist. The music inside the restaurant was amazing. We kept making comments about it like while we were there the entire time. We let our waiter know too, and he even agreed. He's like, yeah, we do have really great playlists in here. So overall, I am definitely going to go back, and I will have a full dinner. I will also take my children there if we just want to go and have tabletop s'mores, because that was probably one of the coolest things I've seen outside of going to like a fondue restaurant, like the Melting Pot and things like that. It's a great place to go for a date night. It's a great place to go for a family dinner. And we didn't have a reservation. I know that CityWalk does offer reservations at their restaurant, but we were a walk-up 4-top, and I think by the time that we went, it was probably around 7 or so that we were there. It was only like a 20-minute wait for us. It could fluctuate, obviously, give or take the day and the time of the year and things like that and how the crowd levels are. But overall, Big Fire, huge success. Definitely recommend it. So go check it out if you're in the area, if you're on vacation. CityWalk is a place where you can get in without park admission. Free parking after 6 in the parking garage. If you go before then to go to CityWalk, you do have to pay the price for parking. So definitely check it out. And if you guys, again, are enjoying the videos and what you see, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell for when new content pops up. And I look forward to speaking to you guys soon. Cheers!